Issue 9. It's okay, son. Everybody does it. When the boy was 6 years old, he was with his father when they were caught speeding. His father handed the officer several bills with his driver's license. "It's okay, son," his father said as he drove off. "Everybody does it." When he was 8, he was permitted to sit in on a family seminar, presided over by his uncle, on how to keep from paying some of their taxes. "It's okay, kid," his uncle said. "Everybody does it." When he was 12, he broke his glasses on the way to school. His aunt convinced the insurance company that they had been stolen and collected enough money to buy a new pair. "It's okay, kid," she said. "Everybody does it." When he was 15, his coach showed him how to block and at the same time grab his opponent by the shirt so the official couldn't see it. "It's okay, kid," the coach said. "Everybody does it." When he was 16, he took his first summer job at the neighborhood supermarket. His assignment was to put overripe tomatoes in the bottom of the boxes and the good ones on top. And the manager said, "Everybody does it." When he was in college, an upperclassman offered to sell him the answers to a test. "It's okay, kid," the upperclassman said. "Everybody does it." But the boy was caught, expelled, and sent home in disgrace. "How could you do this to your mother and me?" his father asked. "You never learned anything like this at home." His aunt and uncle also were shocked. His coach turned against him, and the grocer refused to give him his old job back. If there's anything the adult world can't stand, it's a kid who cheats. What does it mean? 1. Put overripe tomatoes in the bottom of the boxes and the good ones on top. 2. His coach turned against him. 3. If there's anything the adult world can't stand, it's a kid who cheats. Comprehension. 1. What lesson does a child learn if he sees his parents bribe a police officer? 2. Why are adults shocked when they hear that their own children are responsible for doing something morally wrong? 3. Everyone does it. Is this a true statement or not?
Teen Talk. One. Do you think just saying, "Do as I say, not as I do," is effective in educating children? Why or why not? 2. What are the most common lies told by adults? 3. Most of the time, why do some adults cheat or lie? 4. Do adults want to teach youngsters their own bad behavior? 5. Do you think the attitude, "Everybody does it, so why not me," is okay? Why or why not? 6. What is the best lesson youngsters can learn from dishonest adults? 7. We know there are many dishonest adults. Should they be held responsible for the bad things kids do? Who do you think is ultimately responsible for bad behavior? The ones who taught them how to do wrong, or the kids themselves? Defend your answer. 8. Can we always be honest? If so, how? If not, why not? 9. Do you think thieves and con artists discipline their kids? Do they teach them their criminal professions, or do they teach them to be honest? More talking points. What are the most common lies the following people tell? 1. Teachers. 2. Politicians. 3. Employers. 4. Workers. 5. Young boys. 6. Young girls. 7. Parents. 8. Salespeople. 9. Panhandlers. 10. Ex-cons.
Opinion samples. One. If everyone else in my class cheats and gets an A, but I refuse to cheat on moral grounds, so I'm the only one who gets an F, then I truly am a fool. If everyone else refuses to obey the traffic laws and always drives too fast, and I go the legal speed limit, I'm probably going to be involved in a lot of accidents. If everyone lies to everyone else, no one will trust me either, even if I tell the truth. But the verbal trick in all of these statements is the word everyone. Some people lie, steal, and cheat every time they get the chance. Some only on occasion, some hardly ever, and some never at all. The real question then should be, how honest am I?
Questions. 1. What is the problem with saying everyone? Why is that a problem? 2. In your opinion, how honest are you? Do you know anyone who is completely honest or completely dishonest?
2. Two brothers are raised the same way. They do equally well in school. Both of them have friends who sometimes get them into trouble. Like most boys, they are not always angels, but they aren't constantly devils either. Nevertheless, one of them gets into serious trouble with the law and ends up spending many years in prison, while the other one becomes an honored member of his community. Can we really say that the parents are responsible for the behavior of either one of them, or did each one make his own choices in life?
Questions. 1. Who should we blame or honor more, our parents or ourselves? 2. Who has more possibility of success, kids from a rich family or kids from a poor one? Why? 3. Do you think your own parents' social and financial status can affect your future success? Why or why not?
Dialogue. Sally, today I'm going to teach you how to pick a lock. By the time you're done with this lesson, you will be able to open any house, vehicle, or safe. Are you ready?
I don't want to.
Why not?
My teacher says that stealing is wrong.
Your teacher. How much money does he make?
I don't know.
Does he have a nice new car?
No, he drives an old beat-up one.
How does he dress?
He's always neat, but I guess his clothes are old-looking.
So, he probably doesn't make much money. Is that right?
I guess so.
Do I have a new car?
Sure, a great one.
Do I dress well in your opinion?
You're the best dresser I know.
Do we go to amusement parks and movies and take trips a lot?
Almost every week.
So, are you going to follow me or your teacher?
My teacher comes to school every day, but sometimes I don't get to see you for long periods of time. Everyone admires my teacher, but I hear a lot of people say bad things about you. I love you, but sometimes I'm ashamed of how you make money, and I don't want my kids to think about me like that.
If you feel that way about it, maybe I can change. If I got a regular job, would that make you happy? Even if we didn't have much money anymore?
I would love you even more.
Questions. 1. Does Sally love her father? 2. Does Sally's father love her? How do you know? 3. What does the teacher have that is more valuable than money? Read and discuss. Gossip. My name is Gossip. I have no respect for justice. I maim people without killing. I break hearts and ruin lives. I am cunning and malicious, and I gather strength with age. The more I am quoted, the more I am believed. I flourish at every level of society. My victims are helpless. No one can protect himself against me, because I have no name and no face. To track me down is impossible. The harder you try, the more elusive I become. I am nobody's friend. Once I tarnish a reputation, it can never be the same again. I topple governments, destroy businesses, and wreck marriages and friendships. I ruin careers and cause many sleepless nights, full of heartache and indigestion. I spawn suspicion and generate grief. I make innocent people cry in their pillows. I am called gossip, office gossip, shop gossip, party gossip, telephone gossip. I make headlines and headaches. Before you repeat a story, ask yourself, is it true? Is it fair? Is it necessary to say it? If not, shut up.
Questions. 1. Why is spreading gossip likely to be a bad thing to do? Can you think of any case in which it might be a good thing? 2. Why do people like to gossip only about other people? Why don't they want to say something about themselves? 3. Do you know about any false rumors that have been told about you? What happened as a result?
Pictures talk. 1. Questions. 1. All teens seem to think they need to study hard to enter a good college. Do I have to follow the same path? 2. Most people eventually get married and have kids. Do I have to go along? 3. Most people have jobs. Do I have to? Is there any way to live without working?
2. Questions. 1. Which do you think is more important, money or morality? 2. Describe some examples of hypocrisy by your parents, your friends, or yourself. 3. Do you think a con man would teach his kids how to deceive people to get their money, or would he preach honesty?
What's your advice? 1. Can bad things be justified simply because many people do them? My mother always tells me to obey the law, but she usually breaks the speed limit when we go somewhere and doesn't always stop at red lights. I used to ask her about this, but she would always say, "Don't worry, everybody does it." My dad is equally concerned about my leading a moral life and is constantly insisting that I do the right thing, as he defines it. But last week I overheard him talking with his partners about how they can shelter some of their income so they don't have to pay taxes on it. When they left, I asked him if that wasn't immoral as well as being illegal. He said, "It's just business, that's all. We have to do this in order to survive." I guess all of the crooks, con men, deadbeats, and miscreants in the world justify their cheating and rule-breaking in the same way. So my question is, do we define morality by majority rule, or is there some absolute standard to live by?
2. Maybe I'm naive, but I always thought that the purpose of government is to look out for the interests of the people. But now I'm not so sure. The government has just authorized that the sale of liquor and tobacco products should be made easier. Smoking and drinking ruin people's health, lead to lost productivity at work, cause higher insurance costs, break up happy homes, foster emotional problems, and do much more harm than good. But the government has ignored all of these negative aspects. Is it just to increase tax revenues? If so, can that justify all the bad results that are likely to occur? What do you think?